too. They decide, hey, do we want to increase your credit, your credit limits and things of that nature? Do we want to send this person an offer? They're looking at how you pay them as well, whether you're late or not. So give them a call in a timely manner, and see if they can do that. If they can backdate your payment, you're all good. You're all good. Or they may waive that fee for you. They might waive the fee for you if you had a late fee. So the backdating in this particular scenario is better than having the fee waived for you, because um, in the future, if you ever have an issue and their policy is only to like waive one late fee every 12 months or something of that nature, you Amex users, Amex will waive a late fee, and their policy is generally they'll do one in a year or a 12-month rolling basis. So, but a back date is not them waiving that particular fee. You get the same result. You get the absolute same result, that you don't have to pay a late fee or what have you. But in their system, it doesn't look like they waived a fee. So if you have another issue again later on, you call them up and say, hey, can you waive this fee for me? And that'll save you, some money. That could save you some money as well. So you guys do that. Amex users, listen to me. Listen to me. This absolutely works. Doesn't take but 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to get them on the phone to do that. Now, I'm not just saying it only works with Amex. Probably works with Discover and Chase and whoever, Citi, and whoever else you have a credit card with. So if you've had a late fee, give them a call. Especially during this whole COVID time, you call, make sure you got a good story when you talk to them or what have you. You might be able to get some of these late fees taken off, or backdating that might help you. So you want to do that for yourself as well. The Amex fee is hefty. It's a very hefty fee. It's probably 39, $45 or whatever it is. If you that could be helpful. If you just finished Christmas, that's a video game. So you give them a call, see what you can get done for you. Secondly, dispute the late payment directly with the company. So not credit bureau, but directly with the company. Some places will count you late after a certain time of the day. So you send your payment in and say they're cut off at 6 p.m. East Coast time, and then it rolls to the next day. If they process it or receive it, your payment, or they receive your payment after that time, it's considered late. Call and talk to them and see what you can get done. See what can happen for you. Call and talk to them, because yes, some places are that it's 6 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock, and if they process a payment after that, you're going to be considered late far as they're concerned. And I'm sure they're getting a bunch of late fees off of that all over the country from all kinds of different companies. So make sure you do that when it comes to late payments. Another thing you can do, file a dispute with the credit bureaus. So before I said, call the company and dispute it, file a dispute with the credit bureaus. Make the company prove that you were late. If you have an old late payment or an account that was sold or transferred to another company, file that dispute. A lot of these files, when they make these transfers, they get lost in transport, or the new company system isn't directly compatible to the old company system, and they lose some of your data. File that dispute. If they can't prove it, then that late payment's got to come off your credit report. So absolutely make those disputes to help you with your credit score. The last and final thing I want to tell you guys to do: Goodwill letters. Goodwill letters. Use a template if you have to. Now, I prefer writing my letters individually when it comes to Goodwill, but any letter is better than doing nothing at all. The letter is basically an appeal to the company to basically help a brother out. So you're going to send them a Goodwill letter. This letter is saying, hey, I know I had an issue. I know I messed it up. However, I'm asking for some grace from you, some goodwill from you, to help me out and remove this late payment from my credit report. And frankly, I don't care how you do it. If you got to backdate it or whatever it is you got to do, but can you remove this late payment from my credit history? That's what you're asking them for in a goodwill letter. So in that letter, you want to make sure that you point out how well you have been a customer of theirs. If you've had this account for, I don't care how long you've had it, but I've been on time up until that point. I had an issue. Again, it's COVID time. Use that if you have to. If you've been late at all this year, you better use COVID if you have to. Maybe you just forgot. Just a person that forgot is not necessarily a good quote unquote excuse. But if you can use COVID, say, hey, I was furloughed for 2 weeks, I was furloughed for a month, I lost my job, whatever it is, give them an excuse or give them some reason to grant you this grace that we're asking for, grant you this goodwill. So point out how well you did. Let them know that you corrected it. It could have been a medical issue. You don't have to disclose that, your spleen ruptured or whatever. But if it's a medical issue, tell them, hey, I paid really well. Then I had a medical issue. I'm good. Everything's good. I'm back on track. And I haven't been late since. That's important as well. Let them know I haven't been late since. And so you've corrected that issue in your goodwill letter. Send it off to them. See what happens. If they deny your goodwill, you can do it again. You can use the letter and you can call them and talk about it, get you some bullet points, and you can talk about it and see if they will give you some grace on this payment history. And why is this one absolutely worth fighting for? This is worth fighting for because of what? It's 35% of your credit score. It has the biggest weighting of any of the 5 pillars of credit. So you want to make sure that you do this, and you do this for your credit score. Trust me, if you get late payments removed, they're going to help you. Anytime that you're late, you get a late payment hit on your credit report, your score is going to drop 30, 60, 90, 100 points. And unfortunately for people with the better credit scores, the higher your credit score, the more points you get taken off of your credit report. So, nope, it's not fair. And let's say, if you were late and you had a 600 credit score, your score may drop 30 points. You have an 800 credit score, you have the same lateness, it's the same date, everything else is the same, yours could drop 60 points. So nope, it's not fair. But the people that are more what's the phrase, like too much is given, much is required. That's how it is. That's how it is when it comes to the credit bureaus. Like, if they were going to drop 100 points off of somebody with a 600 credit score, what does that do for them? That doesn't do anything. There's no incentive for them to pay on time necessarily, because they already have not so good credit. If you've got an 800 credit score, you have incentive to make your payments on time and to continue to do so. Because if you're going to get 100 points dropped, you're going to be hurting. Not necessarily like you can't get stuff, but you're going to be ticked off and you're going to be mad that happened, right? So just make sure that you do those things, and that'll help you with your credit score. So that's the end of the show, what I got for today. Look, come back next week. Yep, I'll be here. It's going to be it's going to be the new year. I think it'll be the new year next time we talk to each other. So happy New Year's to you. Like I said, happy holidays as well. And you know how I got to do before I get out of here. Kobe, first of all, Kobe, happy birthday again. Kobe, Cameron, and Carter, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm out.